These videos are educational in nature and meant to help 21 and over adult smokers switch to a healthier alternative. Welcome back to the channel, folks. I am Matt. Hope you're all doing well. Today, we're going to check out the Rincoe Manto Nano Pro 2. Yes, Rincoe is back with new Manto Nano versions. We're going to check out the Pro 2 first. Now, I don't have normal packaging, but you're going to get a couple pods, I believe, and your device. And this little guy, which is a protector that goes around the frame here. And then, of course, like USB-C cable, probably a lanyard, stuff like that. And then we have 6 different pods that will now work with this device. So let's check out the device first. Really nice looking. Probably my favorite looking Rincoe device so far. I accidentally scratched that back up just a little bit. But you got like this really nice fabric-y feeling material, a zinc alloy frame right there. It says Manto Nano Pro 2, fire button, really nice display. We'll get back to that. You got airflow control on that side, so right there it's all the way open. And then you can close it down as well and close it all the way down like so. All right, 1200 milliamp hour battery in this guy. Really like the brushed look on this frame as well. USB-C port right there, little lanyard hook right there, and up top here is where your pod goes. So you got contacts, magnets, draw activation tube inside, and let's turn it on with 5 clicks. Really nice display on this thing. Okay, so you can see we're in power mode. You got your seconds puffed, your ohm load, and your puff counter down below, and a little battery meter. It is button fire, but you can lock that as well, so it only uses draw activation. If you go 1, 2, now you have these different modes. So power to smart mode, which basically just guesstimates what wattage you're going to want to use depending on the ohm load of the pod. Let's go into lighting. You got mode 1, mode 2, mode 3, or off. There's a little light bar up there, and I'll show you that in a sec. Let's just leave it on mode 1, long press. Let's go into theme here. You got a couple different themes you can choose. Long press again. Puff counter, you can reset that. Your colors. Multiple different color options for your accent color. And then you got exit, of course. Let's go back into power mode as well. Okay, so if you want to adjust your wattage, 1, 2, 3, that will blink on you. And then you can go all the way up to 30 watts, round robins to 5 watts. Would not recommend 30 unless you're using the 0.5 ohm here, but even then I like it more at like 20 to 25. If you go 1, 2, 3, 4, now it's locked. You got that little lock. You are still able to use it in draw activation mode, but now the button will not fire it. Very, very nice touch. So let's check it out with the little sleeve here. You want to put the top in first, I believe, and then just pull down like so. And now you got this little protective sleeve, so if you were to drop it, you're not going to bang up your frame. Adds a little bit more to it. It's a little bit chunkier once you do that, but if you are hard on your devices, it'd be good to use this. The only thing I've found is that adjusting your airflow, you can still do it, but you really got to stick your nail in there quite a bit to get to your airflow. Yeah, like there we go. It's not as easy to adjust your airflow control with that sleeve on there. So you got some new pods now. And, you know, you have the original side fill, but now you got top side fill, and you can fill it up while the pod is in the device. So you now have that option. Okay, there's a little fill port hole. It is a little bit smaller than the regular side fill port holes, but I was still able to get like the needle tip bottles. Most of the plastic bottles out there will still fit inside there. So you got the 0.8 ohms in the 2 different styles. You got 0.5 ohms in the 2 different styles, the side fill and the top side fill. And then you got 1 ohms in the top side fill and regular side fill. Okay, very, very nice. You now got 6 options. Now, I like the top side fill. I haven't had issues. If you want to try to fill it in place, you can do it, but you got to stick your nail in there to, you know, pull it out, obviously. And that is it, guys. There's a look at it in the hand. Very, very nice. Really like the look of this device. We're going to go up top, we're going to vape this, and we'll try all the pods and compare them. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, so here's the Nano Pro 2. Forgot to show you guys there's like a little light feature up there, as you can see. Let's go ahead and have a vape. This one's the 0.5 ohm. I just have 3 milligram in here because I'm all out of 6, but that's probably what I would use normally with this pod. Airflow's all the way open, 25 watts. We'll just use the draw activation. Here we go. It's like a tighter restricted lung hit, but you can definitely do a restricted lung hit with this. Very, very good. Now, I want to swap over to the regular side fill. It's got the fill port lower. And let's try that. Here we go. Really good. The newer ones seem like maybe they have a little bit stronger flavor, but I'm not sure if that's just in my head or whatnot. Both have good flavor, just seemed a little bit punchier with that new one. So let's go ahead and move on. We're gonna use the 0.8 ohm. I'm gonna close the AFC about halfway. 16 watts, let's have a vape. Definitely tightens the airflow up a bit, but I'm gonna close it down even a little more. Get more to that medium restricted lung hit that I like. Yeah, and that nails it. All right, so you can get a pretty tight draw on this. If I close it all the way, it's like nothing. It's even tighter than a cigarette draw. So a really nice, spectrum of airflow that you can get on this. Let's pop in the side fill 0.8 ohm, not the top side fill. Here we go. Very good. Swap it back over to the newer 0.8 ohm real quick. Yeah, they're really close. That might be the same coil. I'm not sure. The newer ones seem like the flavor might be a little tiny bit stronger, but it's negligible. Both very tasty, good flavor, nice draw on that when I close the airflow down as well. So let's move on to that was 12 milligram, by the way, and now I have a 1 ohm with 12 milligram. And I'm gonna do 12 watts with this one. Yeah, definitely a little bit cooler vape. I would use salts with the 1 ohm. I would use like a 25 milligram salt or something like that. But obviously you can adjust your wattage up a little bit on this as well. And lastly, let's use the side fill 1 ohm. Yeah, still feeling like the new ones have a little bit punchier flavor. I'm not sure, but it just seems like it's a little bit better on the newer ones. And I'm noticing that across the board with all the pods. All right, so let's talk pros and cons. Cons first. Not a lot. You know, the pods are a little bit on the wide side, but it doesn't really bother me. Think maybe like the original Caliburn G or something like that. I can get used to it, not a huge deal. The one, con really is that you can't adjust your airflow control super easily when you have this little, case around the frame here. But, airflow is kind of a set it and forget it thing, so it's not really a huge deal. Besides that, I think they knocked this one out of the park. If I was to do a best pod systems of 2024 video right now, I would probably put this in my top 3, maybe top 4, but it's up there for sure. You got a really nice display, adjustable wattage, puff counter, a button you can turn off if you want to, which is awesome. You got airflow control, really good flavor on the pods, and also 1200 milliamp hour battery, and it's not very big. It's definitely pocketable. Great build quality. I love the look of this thing. I think it looks even cooler with the case off of it, but it depends on you. Obviously, if you're someone that is rough on your devices, you probably want to keep the case on. But I just think it's really, really nice looking without the case on it. Very, very cool device. Not too heavy. So, to wrap it up, you got a pod system with some advanced features. You got some modes. You can adjust your display. It's got a really nice display. You got a button. You got airflow control. 1200 milliamp hours. And there's 6 different pods that will fit in this. So, Gotta say, probably my favorite pod system Rincoe has put out so far. They just seem to get incrementally better and better, and I think they knocked this one out of the park. This one should be popular. You know, the best products aren't always the most popular products, but I think that this one should definitely be popular. So let's go ahead and end it there, folks. That about wraps it up. Until next time, thanks for watching.